for a midpoint yet.
Yeah. We don't have any midpoint ones on there, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you're good. It just,
Oh, there it is.
it's just on there so you know you don't use it to find the length of triangles. So I have a feeling some people are gonna come in closer to 9:30. I'm just gonna give them the final. They're gonna just have to do the best they can at this point. So the key thing here is that we know that R is equal to P and Q is equal to S. So that's kind of like the key thing we need to know. And over here, this is actually easier than the other ones. So this side and this side and this side have to add up to 180. Okay, can't do anything with that. Hold on, I just did this one. Okay, oh, I got it. Okay, so what do we know about this one and this one since they're not equal? Using our poster and using our formula sheet, which you can look at, these angles have to add up to 180. Good. So the
if they're
setup,
not equal to
Mhm.
each other, they have to equal up to,
in this particular case, yes, because it's a parallelogram, but not every problem adds up to
now if
180.
they're opposite of each other, like R and P, that's
Mhm.
gonna be equal
Yep.
to each other.
Mhm. I will tell you the ones I'm doing are like exactly like the final. I just need more space, so I need to write it down here. But I just want to show the setup. I think everyone kind of gets the algebra stuff, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure you have enough to like go off of. If they're like this and they're not equal to each other, not across from each other, they add up to 180. So you would solve for X, which I think you guys feel comfortable solving for X.
Yes.
Okay, you would solve for X, and then if it asks you to find for an angle, that's where you would plug it in to whichever formula. Do we need to do that one, or? I'm just trying to make sure you guys have enough time to work today, so I'm going through the setups. How's that feel? I know Charlie already did his. Amory, are you okay with just going through the setup of the problems? Because we know how to do the, okay, all right. So,
So you set it up like that to solve for X.
Yep,
So.
solve for X and then plug it in to solve for PRS. If we need to do it, we can do it.
No.
We just gotta make
I just
snap.
gotta
snap.
remember to plug it in or I'm not gonna complete it.
If it says
Is it okay?
find
to
an
put a
angle, you
decimal
gotta
on
plug it
this?
in. Yeah, but I don't think you get one, to be honest. It should be 17x. I'll just do it real quick.
Equals 224.
When you move that 44 over, it becomes negative. Remember that.
Wait. It becomes- Oh, yeah. it becomes negative.
Okay, I'll
So
just
then
solve
what
it.
is
We'll
it?
just go real quick. We'll just go real quick.
17 divided by 17.
6,
It
50,
comes out 8.
126.
So you plug the 8 into the 4.
I'm kind of guessing, to be honest, 136.
Yes,
So it comes out x is 8.
yeah.
And you plug that 8 in to which formula to solve for it?
4x plus 4.
Good. So you plug it into here for the x. Good. Good. Kind of messy, but like I said, I'm going
36.
quick.
So it's 36.
Oh,
So
we
that's
need to take
36.
4 and 6.
Okay, all right. got
I
it.
gotta get them to their finals, so I gotta get through this first. Go ahead and grab a final review off by the purple tray and a formula sheet, okay? And there's videos recorded, but I don't have laptops in here, guys. So if you missed yesterday, you're gonna have to get a laptop from Mr. Nick and get on the Google Classroom and watch video. All right. I need to get everyone started here within the next 20 minutes. So I'm just going through the harder ones for you guys. So X, the angle's 36. Okay. Now this thing here says find the measure of this angle. So then you would just plug the X value in.
Oh, into the other one.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we get the point on that one. You
Yeah.
get the gist. I'm going quick because this should be like a little quick review, and I did say to take it home if you wanted to work ahead. So yeah. All right. So for these two, I definitely want to go through at least one of these. They are very similar.
Yeah, we gotta finish writing those ones.
Oh, yeah, please go ahead and copy in at least one of these because it got cut off. So sorry about that.
Okay, I just copied over the first one.
Yeah, because they're kind of the same thing as far as I know. Don't they look the same to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do this one over here. All right, so we won't worry about 20. So this side and this side, since the other sides are equal, it's kind of like similar triangles. Okay, so since this side is equal to this side, we know that this like little triangle is similar to this big triangle because this side's similar to this one, this equal to this. It's also called like triangle bisector theorem, but you don't need to know that, okay? So since this is equal to this is equal to this, what do you know about this and this?
Set them equal to each other?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
wait, hold up, actually, you're really close. So does this look equal to this? So
No,
if
so
this
maybe
little
they both
thing,
equal 180.
actually, no, hold on. Yep, I got it. Nope, even easier, if this, see how this is equal to this and this is equal. I think I might have copied that down wrong. Charlie, would you look at your review? This is why I actually need
Oh,
you.
I'm like.
This is fine, I need your help.
Remembering this, so.
No, I think I had a moment. This just doesn't look the same length as this, so I think you actually have to times this one by 2. I don't know. I'm having a moment.
Well, since both of those are like equal to each other, then that means it's double, so.
Double, yeah, because see, this shouldn't be labeled like this. I don't know why they had it labeled like that, because this is, oh, this is the same length as this, but this whole length is double. Yes, that's why it's times 2. I was like, I know it's times 2, but I don't know why it's times 2. So that's
Okay,
why I
so
wanted to
like
go
the
through that
end-
one, because it's
At the
hard.
end, we have to double it.
I would just double it in the beginning, double the shorter side in the beginning. Or you could divide the longer side by 2. Which one do you think would be easier, dividing like both these numbers by 2 or timesing both these by 2?
Timesing.
I mean, I don't want to divide 3 by 2.
Yeah, times it.
So yeah, the reason why, sorry, I kind of messed this up a little bit, but this and this are equal. That means that this whole side length that I just did in pink, that's 2 times the little half of 1. And that means that this whole side length, I just need you here, Charlie, to confirm my
So we need to
theory on
multiply
that.
those by 2.
Yep, so the big triangle is doubled. It's a similar triangle, but this one was tricky. So that's why I was like, okay.
So how do we? How do we?
Just like a regular equation from here. Do you guys want to solve it? Make sure you know how to do it, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 2.
2x plus 2?
Plus 4.
Okay, 2x plus 4.
Oh, we gotta change those numbers on the end.
Yep.
Sorry, okay. That's where we double it.
I think this was the hardest one for me on the whole thing. Made it kind of messy.
Oh.
But
Oh,
if you
oh.
just walked in, the little triangle is twice
Okay.
as small as the big, twice as small. Is half the size of the other one. So you gotta take the little side and multiply it by 2 to get the bigger side. So 2x plus 4, and then how would I solve this from here? Do we need to move the x's over?
You can multiply by this side.
I was like, why is that door even open? Okay, we gotta move the x's over. I'm going quick through this because I want to give you at least an hour to do your thingy. So I'm going through the hardest ones. I'm gonna skip some stuff that looks like you could. A final is not meant to be a make or break your grade thing, okay? It's very small percentage. Just do the best you can. If you're like, this is gonna be my victory lap, I'm at a 30%.
No,
The
we
final
just
is
do
not
this
gonna bring
so
you from a
by-
30 to a pass. But if you're pretty close to that 60 mark, then yeah, it could be what you need. So I'm just gonna solve it because I didn't hear anybody solving it. But bring your variables to one side. So 3x minus 2x is 1x, which is just x. And then your 6 is negative, so you add to the other side. This algebra stuff, I'm going quick because that should be easy. If it's not, you might want to take algebra 1A again. Okay, just saying how it is, okay? We have the best algebra 1A teachers here. I used to be one, I was pretty good at it. But this stuff should be reviewed. Letters go to one side, numbers go to the other. When you get this 10, how do you know if you're done or not? What does it say up here? Does it say find x and done? No, it says find xz. So what side is xz? xz. So you gotta plug in your x into there. Who's comfortable plugging in x that I can like skip that over?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to just do the quick review here, okay? You don't have to do 20 because it's the same thing as 19, so
So just describing
yeah.
similarities between congruent triangles and similar triangles.
Yeah. The word ones, if you need me to read them out loud while you're taking your final, just raise your hand, like you're like, I don't know all these words, I need you to read it. I can't tell you, but I can read the question to you. Does that make sense? We also have these pre-recorded. So the only thing is Josie's out. So I don't know where they're at right now, but I did email her. So if you're a person that says, I need to listen to the whole entire final, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't give any extra leverage to anybody except someone who might have a hard time understanding the English language or certain words, or has a reading thing where words look backwards. But just raise your hand if you need me to read a word problem. I'll just come over kind of quietly by you and read it to
So
you.
the similarity between them is they're the same.
So congruent triangles and similar triangles. The similarity is that if two triangles are similar and they're also congruent, they have the same angles. Okay.
Oh, they have the same. angle.
So it says one similarity. It says use properties of sides and angles. So that's kind of like supposed to jog your memory. So do similar triangles have all the same side lengths? You could ask yourself that. Congruent triangles do, but similar don't, right? So that's your difference versus your
angle.
similarity. So the angles, you could just write the angles are the same, angles are congruent, whichever word you want to use is just fine for me. Okay, but if they're similar, they should have the same angles.
Okay.
If they're congruent, they should also have the same angles because they're the same triangle. Now, congruent triangles look exactly the same. So it'd be like looking at your picture and it's the same size as your actual body. Okay, that's congruency. So for congruency, all of the sides are equal. But if you have similar triangles, you could have a little itty bitty baby triangle and a big triangle. They're not the same. So this would be not same side lengths. The sides are proportional, but they're not the same. Okay, you could write they're proportional. I'm not going to expect all that of you guys because I probably wouldn't remember that. But if they're congruent, they're exactly the same. So that means their side lengths are the same. Okay. I know the wordy type ones are kind of tricky, but if you need to draw a picture to help you, you could draw a picture of two similar triangles if that helps you put into words that they have the same angles. Or you could not draw a picture if you don't like drawing. That's fine too. Determine if two triangles are congruent, and if they are, state how you know. So triangle congruency is like ASA, everything but AS, okay? It's on my Zoom recording now, I don't care, okay? Everything but ASS, you know, you got HL, you got all that. So when you look at these, I will be honest, I didn't think any of them were HL, but maybe this one is. So you got to look at it. If on your formula sheet, did I put SAS, ASA anywhere on there? If you want to write on the back of your formula sheet, ASA, SAS, I'm just telling you, if you want to write them down, you can. Is there any space you can squeeze it on there in the back? Okay, HL. What else am I missing? That's why I needed you here. I knew I was missing something. There's one more, right? I knew it was I just keep thinking ASS. I'm like, no, I can't do that one. So yeah, if you want to put this on your formula sheet, like just on the back of it somewhere, that would be probably helpful. So you don't have to memorize them. I forgot to put that on there. So we see that we have an angle and an angle in common for this one. Anybody else see anything else that strikes you as the same? Okay, you got an angle here. Okay, and then you got a side. Good. So since it's AAS, we can do angle, side, and we don't have to label the triangles, which is the best part of the whole dang thing, because that triangle labeling is not my favorite part in the whole world. So yeah, since you have AAS all in a row, perfect. That's all you got to write. What about this one here? Anybody want to try that one?
Side angle side.
Okay, I got sides and I got angle. Is that angle between
Ooh, no,
the
it's not.
sides, or does this spell out a bad word
It don't.
that I already said? Does it have a right angle? I mean, it kind of looks like it, but can we prove that's a right angle if it's not in there? No. So if it spells out a bad word, just no, just don't do it. If you write ASS on your paper, don't worry, I'm not gonna report you.
Put it down.
It's fine, but yeah, you don't want to write the word ass on the paper, so there you go. That's how you do that.
But no.
So you put no. Okay, so
Ooh, okay.
for the sake of this, because I don't have time to teach you stuff, we're cutting the circle ones off. If you do them because you learned it in 8th grade or 7th grade, and because I'm pretty sure that's the first time I learned about stuff, feel free to do them for extra credit. I know that you already did, Charlie, so awesome. This one got cut off, so I'm gonna put it up there. This is a find the missing length. This is a similar, the triangles in the pair are similar. So similar triangles, and we have the side lengths. So we know that these triangles have angle K in common. Okay, we're still doing okay at that time. So we need to prove that their side lengths are equal or proportional if they're supposed to be. Oh, never mind. Find the missing length. We already know they're similar. Never mind. They're already proven similar. So 3, 9, 15, and 12. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. So the small one is 3, the big one is 9. I'm probably being too loud. Someone tapped over there. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the point here. And then 12 is this side. Okay, I don't know this one. I got 12. I gotta redraw this triangle. It's too messy for me. I'm sorry. Hold up a minute. There's a 3, there's a 5. We're trying to find this, and this is 9. I gotta redraw it. It's just too messy for me. So this whole thing is 15. Okay, I know this little guy's 10. I'm just gonna put that on there because 10 plus 5 is 15, just in case I need it. So I'm trying to find this little guy. Ooh, okay, I know 3 to 9 is the first one. This is a lot better for me now that I can see it. What is the length of the small triangle? Let me cover that up. What's the length of the small triangle over here on top in the diagonal?
5.
5. So let's put that on top. And what is 5 comparable to or proportional to if they're similar? The other diagonal.
10.
Yeah, I probably wrote writing the 10 probably confused you guys. I thought I might need it, but what's this whole length
15.
right here? 15. I don't think I'm gonna need the 10. I just wanted to write it on there to make myself feel better. Just in
Oh,
case.
okay, so the only ones we're looking at is the 3 and the 9.
Well,
and
we
5,
don't know.
5 and 15.
Actually, I'm kind of confused.
Well, you forgot to write the quotes.
Oh, snap. Okay. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, I was like, I don't think I have enough information. Not solvable. So we got 12, and we're trying to find the little baby side. So 12 is the big side, and we want to find this little side. That's a weird question mark. So 3 to 9, what's the ratio there? 3 times what equals 9? Or 9 divided by what is 3? Like if you compare these 3. Okay, so we know 3 times 3 is 9, okay, or vice versa. And then 5 to 15, what's the ratio there?
3.
3, so they're all 3. So what would this one have to be? Blank to 12. If I write 3, that would be a 4 to 1 ratio, or 1 to 4. So 4, yeah. The way we did this in our calculator is we did big number divided by small number. So we knew 9 divided by 3 was 3, 15 divided by 5 was 3. We want to make sure whatever number we put up here, it's not 3, but divides to get you 3. Good job, Caleb. Very good. That one was a little hard for me too, mostly because it was cut off and I couldn't read the 12 still. It's my own handwriting. It looked like a question. It looked like a question mark, not, it didn't look like a 12. All right. So similar triangles, I don't think there's any formula for that you could put on your paper. You don't really have to because they told you they're similar already. So if they're similar triangles, you know what about their parts? They're equal or they're proportional?
Similar and being proportional.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. So we're gonna cross the circle type ones off. Josie says, okay, if I didn't get to that, so whatever. At least with you guys, I only had one unit. I didn't get to. So for this one, they're similar. So you gotta kind of do a similar thing, I guess. They tell you the order of the letters. So if you need highlighters on it, you can highlight them. I'm trying to go quick so you have enough time. So T. If you don't have highlighters right now, don't worry about it. You can just, S, D, and then R and E. R and E, okay. All right, R and E. Okey-dokey, cool. So if I look at the two sides between the blue and the yellow, these two, if they're similar, should be proportional. Do you guys want to write the big number on the top or the small number? It doesn't really matter to me. It's the small number. Okay, so 6 is to 18 as something is to something else. So we don't have this over here. What are they asking to solve for? But we have this. Okay, X. Solve for X. So we have 10 over here. What is 10 on the small triangle equivalent to? Perfect. Good. So if I know 6x plus 6 is proportional to 10, I'm going to put that on the bottom here. All right. So usually when we see similar triangles, we're checking to see if they're similar, right? We're like dividing them. In this case, if you have an equal sign between two fractions, okay, good. So you guys learn proportions, and I know it's a lot of everything, so finals are a little overwhelming. That's why I want to start the review earlier. We just weren't quite there yet. So it's okay. That's okay. That's fine. So 10 times 18 is 180. And then over here, you would distribute that. And then do we want to solve it for X? I want to make sure we have enough time to make sure we can take this bad boy.
So distributing would be putting the 6x plus 6 in parentheses
Mhm.
and
Yep.
distributing the 6.
Yeah.
would be 6 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
feel
then-
like you guys know how to solve that stuff. I don't want to waste a lot of your time with the
I just wanna make
algebra
sure I
today.
understood.
28 says how are the triangles in 27 similar?
So they have two side lengths that are proportional to each other and they have an angle in between them, right?
So which one was that?
So
It would be
that's
S,
side-
Yes, yes, yeah.
Side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. It's a weird looking A, but yeah. If there's an angle in between the two sides, oh, that one's gonna be a multiple choice. That's handy dandy. You know it's not that one, because there's not two angles and there's not three sides, so you know it's not that one. Process of elimination, right? Process of elimination. Okie dokie. So I told you guys I was gonna fly through today. That's why I was like, take it home if you need to take it home. But we got the trig properties. We recently did that. I was trying to kind of hit up things we hadn't so recently done, but the quick and dirty of it is you find the missing angle, which, oh shoot, I didn't write that in. That must have got cut off. Tangent of X, tangent of X. Oh, never mind. It's right there. Duh. Okay, so tangent of X equals what? So you should have this on your formula sheets. Opposite over something. Okay, opposite over adjacent. So what would be your opposite? 40, good. And what would be your adjacent? 9, perfect. Good.
So then we're just putting it in, we hit the second button,
Mhm.
and it 40 and
Beautiful. 40 divided by 9.
6.3.
That seems a little small for an angle.
You only put a 9 in. It's 49 divided by 9. It's 79.5. Or no, 0.6.
Did you
'cause it
do,
rounds
did
up.
you do 49 or 40? That's a 40.
I did 49.
Okay.
actually.
Okay, sorry, that's a
Okay,
zero.
let me start over.
It's
So
it's not a
second,
9.
77.3.
hold on, I've done something wrong.
I'll write that down so I don't forget it. And then I'll make sure you guys got it. You don't want to use phone calculators on this final. I had a few people with phones out yesterday. I'm just gonna tell you today. If I see it out where you're taking the final,
Oh, I see what I
we're
did.
not doing the
Okay.
final yet, so I'm not trying to scare you. But if I see it out during the final, I will just void your final. So just, if you have a family, like emergency, sick person, I get it. I've had grandparents that were sick, you know, my grandma had cancer, unfortunately lost her. Rest in peace, Myrna. You're always with me. I'm sorry, but I'm glad I make someone laugh every day. Put your phone on and just make sure, or put it on vibrate and then check real quick. If it's grandma, you can go in the hallway, and if it's your parent or something, okay? But, or if you got kids in school, I get that. But you don't need to be Snapchatting with this stuff.
Get rid of
and-
the round one,
all that.
right?
Okay, so this one is also trig properties, find the missing side. Do we need to do that one real quick? Just make sure you got it.
Just show me the setup.
Okay. So we got the adjacent and we got the hypotenuse because it's across from a right angle. So what would be adjacent over hypotenuse? What rule is that on your paper? I think it's cosine, just for the sake of time. I'm just gonna write it down, but it's on your sheet. Cosine 29 equals x over 15 because a over h. And for this one, how would you get x by itself? You are so close. If you have division, what's the opposite of division?
Multiplication.
So you could do that, put that in your lovely little calculator.
That's what I was thinking.
Beautiful, go for it.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yes, of course, of course.
So,
Regular
Yeah, this is a
cosine.
perfect
We don't do
time if
second
any
cosine,
gen-
so
if
regular
any
cosine.
Male person also has to go to the restroom, but then we'll just go one at a time if you need to go.
cosine 29.
Okay, 15 cosine 29, anybody got that? What x is?
13.1.
Okay. If you don't know where a button is on your calculator, that's another thing I can help with on the final. So if you're like, I don't know where that button is, well, it is right on there. But if you really can't see it, let me know. Or if you're trying to take a square root of something and you can't find that button, I'd rather you ask me than ask somebody else where the button is, just for the sake of making sure you're, yeah. Amy's lying on the ground looking up at a tree in the park. Cool. I love looking at trees. So Amy's here, she's lying down. There's a tree. There we go. Tree in the park. She's 15 feet away from the tree. So
Oh,
15. And the angle of elevation from the ground is 33. So we're going to put 33 right here. Tell me if I'm gonna draw. Okay, how high is the tree? So we're trying to find X. So you do kind of have to draw a picture. You don't have to draw an actual tree, you can just draw a triangle. Okay, but that helps me. All right, so in relationship to the angle, what do you guys have? I'll put my right angle in there just so you got it. Opposite and adjacent. So what is opposite and adjacent? Good. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we'll do tan 33 equals, what's the opposite side?
X
X.
over 15.
Okay, and 15. Good. Whew, thank goodness they didn't give me any of those switching ones. I hate those. You guys know why it's not hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is across from the right angle. We talk about that a lot. Take a deep breath. Just do your best. You know, if you've been doing okay on your other quizzes, you'll be fine. But please also know that, I mean, at a certain point, if you don't know certain things, you're not going to learn them in a day.
okay,
So that's
so
why this is the quick and fast review. If you wanted to take it home yesterday, then you should take it home, I guess. But Put down your calculator, see what you get, and that's your answer. Oh, dang, Amanda, okay, because we got 2 circle ones that get to cut off. That means I only got 2 more things, so we're doing good. 15, 10, 33, type it in your calculator, tell me what you get. Anybody got it?
9.7.
9.7, okay, good, beautiful. If you can't find a button, wave me down. I'll show you where the button is, okay? All right, there is a picture on your phone camera that's 2 inches and you print in a large size at a scale factor of 1 to 6. Okay, here's your phone. And you're gonna make one side 2. That's phone for the record. And you print in a large size at a scale factor of 1 to 6. Oh, that should have been the length, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and you print it for 1 to 6. Ooh, Nelly, I should have probably drawn it the other way. Yeah, I'm gonna put the 2 over here actually, because it should be longer. Okay, so the length of the phone is 2. Okay, it's a pretty small phone actually, whatever, it's fine. And you want to print a large size at a scale factor of 1 to 6. Get the width of a picture. Did the final tell you like 1 width to 6 length, or did it just go 1 to 6? That's a good point. Well, I think that we're trying to find the width. So I'm gonna put an X up there. And then if it's 1 to 6, they really should be more specific on that.
It said the width was.
Oh,
The width of the picture on your phone.
So I
camera
was
is 2
right?
inches.
Yeah.
okay. Oh, snap. Okay, I gotta draw it over again. Yes, this is what happens when I feel like rushed at the end. Shoot. Okay. All right. So we just have one more day. That'd be so awesome, but we don't. That's okay. So the width is 2. Here's my thing that I don't get. It's asking what the width of the printed picture is. And it says scale factors 1 to 6. So I pretty much just multiply it times 6. I don't even have to draw a picture, right? Okay. So if it's 1 to 6, that confused me at first. So I guess in show, I'm literally about to get them started on their final. Can it wait like 2 minutes? Okay, just give me 2 minutes. We can have a chat about it. I feel like it will take a second longer. All right, so this thing here, all you have to do is multiply by 6. I'll make that way more complicated than it was, sorry. So the width of the blown up picture is 12. I'm thinking to myself, they don't give me the length. I'm confused. Sorry, my apologies. So if you have a small phone like that, multiply it by whatever number's here, get the bigger number. That's all you gotta do, okay? The one in the final is exactly like that, so just remember multiply. If you wanna write a note on your formula sheet about that, I don't care, it's fine. So the circle unit, we didn't do that, so cross out 35 and 33. This is gonna be the last one we're gonna do, number 34, okay? And then you're gonna work on it. All right, how far from the base of the house do you need to place a 20-foot ladder? Okay, here's the ladder, 20 feet, last one. So that it exactly reaches the top of a 16-foot wall. So where should the 16 go? Here, here?
The
The
height,
length part.
The height, yeah, because it's a wall, right? The height of the wall, the top of the wall. So it's a 20-foot ladder. I'm gonna put feet, just makes it easier for me. I don't know why. And it's a
So we're trying to get
16-foot
the-
building. What are you trying to find? How
the
far?
bottom.
Okay, so you want to find about, let's just put an X. So if you know 2 sides of a triangle, and I'm assuming that the ground and the building meet at a right angle, I'm just kind of like assuming that most buildings are like that. What could you use? It's actually on your formula sheet. It's in green, I think, that we can use if we know 2 sides of a triangle. We don't know any angles but the 90.
Pythagorean theorem.
Good. Yep.
I'll never say that right.
I told you they were all in the right order. They're really not. Sorry about that. So you're gonna plug these numbers in. I want to make sure you plug them in right, and then I'll give the rest time to work. So where's the 20 gonna go in? That's the one that's the biggest one.
A.
It's across from the right angle. It's the biggest one.
Okay.
No. B.
C.
Oh,
B. Oh, at the end. Okay, makes sense.
If you would like to, on your formula sheet, you can write down a note next to C, biggest side or diagonal.
Well, the hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, diagonal, biggest side, whatever you want it to be, whatever will help you remember that. No, I'm losing it here. I gotta drink my water. Where should the 16 go? Does it really matter if they're added? No. So you plug that in and then you're gonna solve it. So 16 squared is 250 something, 6. Perfect. Thank you for your help on that, because I know this one's 400 because it's just one of those ones I had to memorize back in the day. Anyone know how to solve for b squared? How to take this 256 over here? Okay, I probably will need help with that part. 20 squared,
Oh.
144. Okay. And then if it's got a squared, how do you find the final answer? Perfect. Square root. So b equals 12. Right. Cut 35 off there, cut 33.